What is up, everybody? Welcome back to RacingNews.com and welcome back to another one of our previews. Let's go to Belmont at the Big A Race 6 this weekend. It is the Grade 1 Joe Hirsch Turf Classic Stakes, $500,000 a purse for 3-year-olds and up. So pretty good race. This always is a pretty good one. Field of 7 here. We'll go through them one by one and we'll kind of pick a winner at the end. All right, number 1 is Get Smokin'. This is a horse that got smoking 2 races back and won the United Nations Stakes. Looked pretty darn good at Monmouth, then went up to Kentucky Downs, I guess down to Kentucky Downs, and ran 7th in the Turf Cup Stakes there, the Kentucky Turf Cup Stakes, whatever. Draw a line through that one. This is a horse, Get Smokin', though, that was a winner there at Kentucky Downs 2 years ago in that same race. And, look, he's got a resume that says he can jump up and win a race like this. I'm not sure I want him in this spot. I don't know that he's quite as good as some of these other ones, but he comes in with a chance. I could see him hitting the board. He's going to be towards the front. That's always dangerous at, any NYRA track, honestly. Number 2 is Daunt. This is a horse coming in off of a 3rd place effort in an allowance event at Saratoga. A lot of allowance races on the past performances. He really hasn't done much, not really running all that well. He's an ultimate long shot in here. You have to go back a long time before you see this horse have a victory. And look, he's ran in 23 races with only 2 wins. And like I said, a lot of them were allowances. We did jump up and see this horse in Stakes Cup, and he didn't do much either. So not a whole lot of positive you could say about Daunt running in a race like this. Number 3 is Emmanuel. You can say a lot of good things about Emmanuel. Back in 2023, the horse got hot and was winning races. Won the poker, won a couple of races at Gulfstream Park, and really just looked pretty good. 2022, he had a good year as well. And this year, it started off well, a nice win at Gulfstream, then just didn't run very good in his next 3 starts. And now Mike Baker took over the training. I should say last time out, he took over the training in the Mint Million right there at Kentucky Downs. And people are going to think I'm crazy. I thought he ran the best race of his year in that race at Kentucky Downs. That was not easy for him. It still wasn't great. He got 5th, beaten 2 1/4, but I don't know. I thought he just kind of showed a little more zip than he had shown in his last couple. So, I think I'm expecting a good race from him in this one. I think Maker does a very good job at these 1.5 mile, 1.75 mile, 3/8 turf races. He's tough. And I also expect Emmanuel to be on the lead. So there's a lot that I like about Emmanuel actually in this spot. I think he's in with a big time shot. Number 4 is Warlike Goddess. This is now a 7-year-old mare. She's not what she used to be, that's for sure, but she's still very productive. She was 2nd in the Flower Bowl last time out. Won a race down at Delaware 2 races back, 3rd in the New York 3 races back. I mean, she's been showing up with good efforts, good solid efforts. Last year, she was a winner of this race very easily by 4.5. And why can't she win it again? I think, if you're going to play multi-races or even maybe bet a win, she makes a ton of sense. I don't think she's coming into this race this year any different really than last year. So I think she's in with a big shot, no doubt. Number 5 is Truly Quality. This is a horse that won at 1.5 miles last time out at Colonial in a smaller stakes race. And, 2nd 2 races back in an allowance at Saratoga by a neck, and got beat by Battle of Normandy, who's a pretty good horse. He's putting together a string of wins here lately. I think the big thing is, this horse can run the distance. Really been pretty good at this distance against allowance horses in that small stakes race. So for that reason, in with a big shot. No, at what should be, in my opinion, a little bit of a price. Number 6 is Silver Knot. Silver Knot ran 3 really, really good races in a row. 1 at Keeneland, 1 at Belmont at the Big A, 1 at Saratoga. And tried the Grade 1 Sword Dancer last time out. And, I just thought this horse ran poorly in that race. Really no excuse, just didn't run very well. And I was left shaking my head. And I know the horse, the 7 Far Bridge, who we're going to talk about in a minute, won that race and kind of was loose on the lead. But Silver Knot was up there where he was ready to make a big move and just didn't do it. Measured Time was also in that race. And, he passed Silver Knot as well. So I don't know. I didn't like it that well. Now, can a horse bounce back and win here? Yeah. Is this, I mean, I'm not going to say it's likely, though, not likely enough based on what the odds will be. I'm just kind of against Silver Knot in the spot a little bit. I don't know. I just didn't like that race at all. We'll see what happens. Also, I think it is important to note, and look, not that I expect like William Buick to come over here or ride or somebody like that, but Flavian Pratt's not here either. So Dylan Davis gets aboard. Now, Dylan Davis has been incredible, but you just don't see him ride for Appleby a lot, just 2 times. Now, one of those races they did win, so maybe it isn't a negative, but still, I don't know. I'm just a little bit skeptical of him in this spot at a short price. And then finally, the number 7's Farbridge. Look, he was really good, and the weirdest thing about the Sword Dancer, he won that race, obviously, as we just mentioned. This horse has never been on the lead and never even been close to the lead. He went gate to wire in the Sword Dancer in a weird situation. So anyway, we'll see what happens. I guess you send him, right? I mean, I don't know. You would think you're going to send him again. He got the trip that I thought Silver Knot would get. So I don't really know what to think of him. I guess you send him again in this spot, but he's a horse that's always around, but has had trouble winning kind of the bigger races, always right there close. And you can't say he's never won the big one, but some of the other ones he's kind of struggled in, or I wouldn't even say struggled, just, been close, couldn't get there type of stuff. So we'll see what happens with him. He's going to be in like a morning of the race type decision for me, whether I use him or not. I've went back and forth. I definitely think he's a big contender, but again, how short of a price is he going to be? And do you really want to back him at that short price? That's kind of my thing. So, look, I'm going to take a little bit of a shot for my win pick in this one. I kind of can poke holes through the number 4 Warlike Goddess. I'm skeptical at Silver Knot at a really short price. Farbridge, I don't know. I still think he might be a little too short. I'm going to go with a horse I think is going to be like 8-1. I'm going to go number 3, Emmanuel, on top in this spot. Couple of key things for me, and really the changeover to Mike Maker with this specific race, it just kind of has me feeling that we're going to see a pretty big effort from Emmanuel. Mike Maker is very good at getting horses like this and getting them to go longer than they have before, or you would think they would go. So I'm going to go with him. I'm going to go with number 3, Emmanuel, on top in this situation. I think, if he follows kind of the pattern of the Maker horses that usually try this angle, go to the lead, get the lead, walk the dog. That can happen at NYRA. We see it happen all the time. So I'm going to go number 3, Emmanuel, on top to win the Joe Hirsch Turf Classic. All right, guys, that'll do it for a preview of the Hirsch live from Belmont at the Big A, Saturday, September 28th. Hit that like button if you like the video. Hit subscribe if you really like it. Want to get alerted anytime we do videos like this. And most importantly, good luck if you're betting Belmont at the Big A on Saturday.